Hello, we are the Articulate Coven. We are your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
And we are the Articulate Coven. And right now we are reacting to yet another video from San Diego Comic-Con 2025. Our Vampire Boys and the whole crew, they were all over the place this year, Ashley.
They were. You know, it's ironic that we're still watching other videos, but we haven't gotten the damn panel yet. It's fine. We're patient.
I want to give AMC credit. As you and I record this tonight, they have finally released the Talamasca San Diego Comic-Con panel on AMC Plus. They've also released the Daryl Dixon panel. The Talamasca panel, though, I couldn't figure out how to share it with you because it's not available in all of their like it shows up in some and it doesn't show up in others, and you can't click on it in some, but you can in others. It's a very strange situation. Their CDN service is too slow. I'll say that for AMC.
It's not working for us on this day. But that's okay. We have other videos to watch and respond to.
Indeed. We've still got, I think, 3 or 4 more for Interview Now, the Vampire Lestat, but we've also got a handful of Talamasca videos that we may get to react to as well. Although the Talamasca premiere approaches, actually, it's getting here really close.
It's so close.
October 26th, and we'll have our first episode up that same night for patrons. The next night, Monday nights, 9 p.m. for everybody else on YouTube and the podcast apps. Wherever you're watching this, you can find us there as well.
We'll be there.
All right, let's see what these folks said to Variety. Ashley.
I love it. Let's do it.
It's a dream come true. I've been waiting to be a
we're in different outfits
since the 70s.
So. We were in different outfits, weren't we? That's a good point. I guess so. They were there for 2 or 3 days.
This was the first time I've seen them in different clothes.
Yeah, this is like the second day or whatever Variety's doing theirs.
Be here with our amazing cast and crew of Interview with the Vampire. It's been a long wait, and I know fans are so excited. Oh, we've got the book, as always. Now, this season, I know we are so excited.
I just noticed Sam's wearing leather pants, Ashley.
Oh, yeah, he is. I 100% noticed that as well. Of course we noticed that. My God. He also looks like a baby. He looks so young right there. Like, he looks like he looks porcelain.
I do think part of it is the lighting. The wash in this little studio set is a little soft, I think.
It's very soft.
It is interesting to me. Those are probably the loosest leather pants I've ever seen.
Yep.
If I'm
100%. Yeah, they're like wide leg leather pants.
It's like he's wearing the bottoms to Eric's outfit.
Yeah. He knows we want him in leather, but he's not willing to go that far for us.
He's like, look, this is San Diego. Okay,
he's like,
guys, I'll suit up when I get back to Toronto.
Right. Or maybe he just wants to let the guys breathe a little bit since they're in such tight leather pants for the show.
I have heard that's very important for your privy parts health.
Blah. For your undercarriage.
To see a rock and roll incredible ride. So I feel like for Mark and Roll, and I got to start with, who were the inspirations that you took from in crafting what the Vampire Lestat's rockstar persona would look like?
What do you think?
Me, it's a question for you.
Oh, we're like, well, you know, so we start with something, and then it just transfers into the body. You know, a lot of names, whatever. One I ended up feeling most close with is Iggy Pop, actually, out of all of them. That was, but you know, there were a lot of those.
He shaved.
Frontmen that we played around.
Does he always? His face looks weird. Did he shave?
He doesn't have a beard normally, does he?
I don't know, but
it does.
Face looks weird. And not just because we've frozen him strangely. Like, his face looks weird.
Yeah, his eyes look funny, but still, no. Well, no, that's not any better. There we go. Now we'll give him a look to hang on. No, I agree with you. There's something weird going on. It's like he shaved or he half shaved or he didn't shave maybe. I don't know. All of these guys look like they had a rough night.
Oh, man.
Before, though, if we're being honest.
I mean, I think that they're probably not paying for any of their drinks on this trip.
The Iggy Pop reference, though, I don't know that we've talked about it specifically, but lots of people commented on the teaser trailer that we got, or the behind the scenes thing, that his poses and his outfit and even the drawn-on scars are all sort of Iggy Pop references.
Love it. I love Iggy Pop. I've been listening to a lot of Iggy Pop lately.
Into the writing, that seemed to be the thing, the person that kept coming back to me.
Lestat shares a lot of similarities in terms of costumes with Iggy Pop.
I was going to say, visually, Iggy Pop is very...
Yeah, I can see that. Now, I understand, Sam, that you were working with Daniel Hart on the music before you saw the scripts, which I feel like is such an interesting way to get into this rock star character.
Yeah.
What was it like when you were able to put those pieces together for the first time?
Oh, that's a good question. It was deeply satisfying, actually, because the songs are incredible pieces alone, but there's also a show that we shoot, and it's got story. And so the songs, there are scenes that exist within the performances and within the actual songs themselves. And so like layering Roland's work on top of Daniel Hart's work is quite challenging because they're very different, but they both have a singular vision. So sometimes I feel like I get caught up in the middle of the whirlwind of the two of them. But I think that works perfectly for Lestat. I think he's like all chaos all the time. And that kind of is how it feels, like being a part of Roland and a part of Daniel Hart. Yeah.
That's so accurate.
Yeah.
That is such an accurate read on our boy.
Yeah. All chaos all the time. Yeah. All fun all the time too. Like just that pursuit of something, the next high. He's a bit of an adrenaline junkie for someone who doesn't have adrenaline.
Okay. I watched this fantastic video recently. And I'll have to find the YouTube channel and link it in the description for this. But there's a great YouTube channel that I've been watching that talks about Disney projects. And specifically, they seem to make their videos around the Disney records that have been released over time. But there was one video in particular that focused on Mr. Toad and why Mr. Toad is such a big figure in Disney history and why he appears in so many of the parks. And it's like one film and it's not even that well known film in the modern day. And yet Mr. Toad figures much bigger than that. But it occurred to me watching this video and the way that he broke down the story of Wind in the Willows, and in particular the Disney version of it, Lestat is such a Mr. Toad. It's always I've got to find the queen of the vampires.
Yeah.
I've got to wake up humanity to vampires' existence in Earth. I've got to talk to God and the devil. I've got to get a human body back again, Ashley.
Yeah. He can't just go a little ways. He has to always go entirely too far, take it to the nth degree, which is why we love him, but why he is quite chaotic.
It is always
and sometimes a douchebag
with our boy. Oh, absolutely. Sometimes a douchebag.
Yeah.
Now, Jacob, I know since we're getting a POV shift this season, fans are very worried that we're not going to get as much of you. Please help me to assuage their fears. What can you tell me about where we're finding your character this season? And maybe how much of him we'll get?
What can I tell you? It's difficult because I haven't really started yet. I can say that Louis is not hugely pleased with the book's existence. If that is like a good tease, but I'm here. If that tells you anything.
He's really handcuffed about what he can say and what he can't say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But
and what can you say?
Yeah, no one should worry at all. Like, there's way more Louis in our show than there is in the book.
That's the answer right here. That's what people want to hear.
Yeah.
The Vampire Lestat novel especially has very little Louis. There's going to be plenty of Louis this season.
Well, I think we're going to get plenty of real current day storyline as well. Because, a lot of this is going to be flashback, no doubt. But obviously you got to tell the whole story, we're going to have flashback. But I do think we're still going to get a good amount of story that's in our current time.
Yes, 100%.
I think Roland he just didn't shave. And I think that's why it looks like his face is dirty. Like, it's like his upper lip is dirty. He's got some 5 o'clock shadow.
It looks like he's got a little something from lunch left over, huh?
It's so weird.
okay, here's the thing that's interesting to me. It seems like, and we haven't gotten a lot of this in the shows so far. We got basically like one mention of the interview with the vampire novel in Mayfair season 2. We've gotten some hints of that in the Talamasca trailers that we've seen, because we know, or it seems like Daniel's going to show up at least. But from my understanding of the in-universe stuff that we've gotten so far, there aren't a lot of people, actually, power players, that are happy with the release of this book, other than Daniel, maybe, because it's made him wealthy, probably.
Right.
And like Raglan James.
Yeah. Maybe Lestat.
You know?
Maybe Lestat's having a good time with it. I mean, it's...
Oh, I think very specifically it's the opposite of
Right.
I think that's, I mean, in the books, at least we know that his anger at the mistruths or half-truths that
is what,
the book
is what wakes him up.
Yeah, that's why he gets up and he's like, I need to write a book, actually, is what I need to do. And a concert tour. And music videos. And I'm probably going to wake the Queen of the Damned.
Yeah. Because I can't just make an album.
No half-ass measures for our boy.
Okay. I think the fans will be happy to hear that.
This front row is our front row.
Also, Ronnie keeps coming
Hey,
up.
that's a good line.
I want to be like a few times on set. Just going, you own the night.
Now, Eric, congratulations. You're now a vampire. How you feeling, first off?
It's a dream come true. I've been waiting to be a vampire since the 70s. So in real life.
So we heard in another interview, it turns out Daniel was up maybe for the Coppola Dracula, not for the role of Dracula. Or excuse me, yes, Bogosian was. We speculated it was maybe the Tom Waits role as Renfield, but yeah, he didn't get in there, so he never got to do the vampire thing until now. But yeah, Eric's fully on board with this.
Yeah, he's not one I think who would think twice about getting some vampire blood. Bogosian himself. I think he's like, gimme.
How is your approach to Daniel shifting, given that he has now been through so much and such a transformation, both emotionally and now physically, literally, in his composition as a person?
Well, the game for me is, it's like I'm an instrumentalist, but I don't until I see the score, I don't know what it is I'm actually playing. The score I get from these guys, and it's been a fantastic new journey for me. In brief, Daniel is getting used to being a vampire, which isn't easy always. It's also not easy for me. Literally on set, learning how to do this physical thing, wearing the nails, the eyes, and all the different stuff you have to do.
Not just the prosthetics. The thing that strikes me, Ashley, Grant Gustin played the Flash on TV for years and years in the Arrowverse. And the way that the Flash was presented, famously, they would have him like effectively finish a jog, and then they would special effect him in to like, he's like running onto set basically. And so Grant Gustin has a lot of this action on set all the time, right? The vampires in this world have to do a similar thing, though, because of the way that they do movements.
Yeah.
We don't see them move across the room very often, and yet, boom, they're on the other side, and now they're attacking somebody. And I bet that is an interesting skill to learn.
Yeah, well,
how to make that look good.
Well, and to move, like when you're, when they're trying to be human and pass as human, that's a different move. That's a different way of moving than when they can be themselves and they're in their element as a vampire. I mean, there's
stillness,
so many different layers of the complexity of it, which is really, really fun, I think, for an actor like Eric Bogosian.
But in psychologically too, but while all that's going on, and again, this is from the script, I am chasing the story. I'm still chasing the story. I'm a dog with a bone, and of course now it's much more focused on Lestat, and Lestat is doing everything he can to make my job difficult. So it's not even a job anymore. It's just a passion. I have to know. There's so much to know that I don't know.
No.
It is interesting. that feels like maybe some of the cat and mouse game that we get from Armand and Daniel in the Devil's Minion chapter, maybe going to play out with Lestat a little bit for Daniel.
I mean, I mean, how could you not want to chase that mouse? Is all I'm saying. Like.
Well, he's more forthcoming than Daniel's maker. Let's
right.
put it like that.
Well,
right?
I mean, let's be real. Like, I mean, I know Lestat lies when he's convenient for him, but he's not as big of a lying liar as Armand. Like.
Well, and Daniel may not know this, and I don't know. We've discussed it before. It's not even clear to me exactly how much Armand knows of Lestat's adventures without him.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is that Lestat knows things about vampires that Armand doesn't know at this point.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah. So Daniel's going to the source.
I mean, who can blame him?
Well, I mean, there's Armand. There's the whole Armand side of things too. There's a lot to Armand. There's things I got to find out. Okay. I get excited.
Like, stop.
Okay,
Stop.
okay.
You have to stop.
So
You're about
funny.
to tell too much. You got to stop.
Jacob's like, did you hear my answer earlier when I was like, I don't really know what I can say. It's going to be fun.
We're going to have a good time.
Stop mentioning the guy that's not here, Eric.
He can't help it.
He just can't
He
help
can't help
himself.
it.
Absolutely.
They have so much fun together.
Story too, and I am noting that you are wearing sunglasses inside today. Are you hiding something from me right now?
This is part of what my character does, in that I have to be in the world, and I don't want people to see my eyes, because my eyes are vampire eyes now.
Okay, that's the story we're going with.
Yeah. That's why I wear the sunglasses most of the time. I also wear them as Eric Bogosian because I think it looks cooler wearing sunglasses. I want to be cool.
I want to be cool.
Look, man, if I was ever a rock star or a movie star, I would absolutely wear sunglasses in all my public appearances.
I mean, especially those are nice. Those
permanently
look
tinted
good.
lenses.
Those look good.
Yeah.
They're not ridiculous. They're not like mirrored. Like he's like a
No,
cop
they're just
pulling you over, a highway
yeah.
patrolman.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to hide my dirty glances, right?
God.
Now, I know the fans are clamoring for the Queen of the Damned herself. That feels like the biggest question going into this season. Of course, in the season 2 finale, we hear you deliver a line about having her blood.
Yeah.
So fans are saying, are we finally getting her?
Okay. I believe that I've mentioned this in the past on the podcast for sure. My youngest son, Remy, is a big wrestling fan.
Oh, yes.
And one of his favorite theme songs in wrestling is the Joe Hendry theme song. I don't know if you're familiar, Ashley. I was not until he began to sing it around my house. The theme song goes something like this. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Say her name and she appears. I believe in Akasha.
Yes. Yes.
They've cast Akasha and they won't tell us who, Ashley.
No, they have.
And that tells me they have.
No, I'm agreeing with you.
Oh,
I'm agreeing with
okay.
you. Sorry. No.
They've said that she's cast, but they won't tell us who.
Right.
And that the only reason that makes sense is if it's a name, is if it's something that is going to be news when it breaks.
I'm very excited. I can't believe they've kept the lid on it this long. Honestly, I haven't even seen a rumor.
It's so enticing. It's so enticing. And it's so fitting too, right? Like,
right. It should be mysterious.
Yes. Her place in this universe is, we've talked about it before, not just Akasha, but all of the elders, the true children of the millennia and older, the first brood, these are like walking nuclear weapons, right? So when we bring her in, and not only does she have that power, but she is tied to all the other vampires in a way that any damage to her is damage to all of them. Like, it's going to be so good.
Makes a bitch pretty hard to kill.
Yeah.
You got to be real strategic with that.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Her, I need to know.
You can safely say that we do, even though it's an adaptation, we do follow the book and the major plot points in the book pretty closely. So, I mean, that'll do as an answer. Okay. Yeah.
Now, I'm curious because I know Aaliyah's take on the character is so beloved. What's your take on what she brought to this incredible vampire, and how perhaps your show will tackle the way she's
Gotta be.
Okay, before we hear Rollins' answer there, the first thing that I've been thinking about is that we're going to get an aged up Akasha, right? If you look across the board, basically every character is about a decade older than they are in the novels. Armand's a decade older. Lestat's a decade older. I don't think Louis is quite a decade, but close. Claudia's a decade older. Marius, now we see, unless they age that actor down significantly, he's a decade or maybe even 15 years older than he is in the books. I mean, he's a grown man, but he's like 40, 41 when he's turned.
Right.
And that actor's clearly older than that. Which, by the way, I saw that actor in the first season of Peacemaker recently. If you haven't seen that, Ashley, he's got a great role.
Excellent.
In that. And it's the first time I've seen that actor in anything since I knew he was cast as Marius. And he's got a coldness.
Peacemaker is so absurd. I need to pick that back up. It's so funny.
Listen, both Peacemaker and Alien Earth in this last week, this is episode 5 of Alien Earth I'm talking about. And I think it's like season 2, episode 3 of Peacemaker. But both of those shows and I'm not going to give any spoilers here, but they were able to like incredibly humanize a character that had thus far been pretty cold and calculating. And they were able to do it in like a matter of minutes. Anyway,
I love it.
There's some really good TV out there right now. Kudos to all the creators that are getting good shit on.
Yeah,
but
thank you.
This specifically, I think it is going to be interesting that we can have, and I'm assuming what he's going to talk about is Aaliyah's physicality, right? The physical presence that she brought to the role was so perfect.
Very few lines, like very, very few.
But she didn't.
But she doesn't need
them. Her presence.
Yeah, absolutely.
No. Now, that's the one thing I think we get by making it an older actress potentially is that you're going to bring a gravitas and a weight to her discussions and her plan. The plan that Akasha wants to bring about is a serious one. And in the novels, especially with the modern day as a lens, you think to yourself, is she totally wrong?
I mean, maybe we could do with a few less men around. I don't know.
I mean, when you think about it, really, Akasha's buzzword is not all men.
But most of them.
Most of them.
Yeah.
We're right. There's things I can say, I can't say. In season 3, we will be introducing ancient vampire power that you haven't seen before. How about that?
That's perfect.
Okay,
that's good enough.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
No.
I promise.
It's right. You just say you can say this week, and then 6 months from now you can say this, and then you can say that. Like, if you're a fan and you've been watching the show closely for 2 years, you know what's coming. It's coming. It's all coming.
They've been talking about it.
You're getting everything you want. It's all coming.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Jacob. As this perspective shifts.
That is the way it feels, isn't it, Ash? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robin. Thank you so much.
We appreciate it. I mean, and he knows what the fans want. That's the difference between this and Mayfair, is that he knows what the fans want and he cares what the fans want, at least a little bit, you know?
Well, he cares what the fans want, but I think even more than that, he is desperate to tell a great story with this.
Yes.
Like an affecting story, a story that can not replace in any way, but stand alongside the original.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Her novels have lasted for 40, 50 years now.
Right.
And Rollin wants us to be talking about this series in 40 and 50 years as well. And I mean, I think we can. God, listen, I'm watching Dark Shadows right now. That show is older than that. And it's not nearly this good, but I'm still watching it and enjoying it.
And people are still watching you watch it. So
exactly.
I mean, that's a thing that's happening.
I'm curious because I think something this show does well is toy with the idea of who's telling the story, whose version of events we're getting at any given time. How do you think this will impact Jacob's version of events that we've heard so far? Do you think fans might view him as more of an unreliable narrator moving forward?
I mean, like, look, Louis is, I think Louis was mostly telling his truth.
His truth.
As he understood it. And I think that in any given version of the truth, everybody's bringing their own feelings to it. And also that like I alluded to earlier on, Louis doesn't necessarily agree with how his truth has been presented in the book. So,
well, we know it's been edited.
Right.
We already heard that in season 2. The Talamasca were specifically, that's one of the reasons why they wanted to publish it, is because they could then control the narrative.
Well, and I wonder how much like commentary Daniel makes in it, you know? That really isn't a thing in the book as it exists now, but I mean, we've made Daniel a more fully rounded human being than he was, so he might have, you know, let loose some of his personal feelings about what happened during his interview time with these guys.
Absolutely.
Jacob is just very excited to see Rockstar Lestat and have been this whole time. Louis, maybe less so. Well, yeah.
Well, it's interesting with this publication of the book. I feel like it raises the question that I've been thinking about going into this season, which is Rockstar Lestat now has this level of fame. And I'm curious how that's going to affect the character, because fame can obviously open a lot of doors, but it can also be very restrictive. Mm-hmm. And I've been thinking, are we going to see him struggle with that this season?
Yeah. Yes, you are. Yeah. And I think there's in a variety.
That's an easy thing to say yes to.
Yeah, right? First of all, fame is hard for normal humans to deal with, but if your whole existence hinges on you being able to hide in plain sight.
Right. And also exists only at nighttime.
Well, to be fair, I think most rock stars get away with that
aspect
of
it. That's very true. That's actually pretty accurate. At least nobody has any expectations of you in the daytime if they think you're a fucking vampire.
Yeah, nobody plans on you coming up to brunch.
I wish I could convince everyone that I was a vampire so that I didn't have to do anything until sundown.
Or just a rock star, Ashley. You just got to start a garage band.
That's it. That's the fucking answer. Me and my ukulele.
Sorry, I can't come to your brunch party. I've got a gig. Hey, you do improv.
I do.
You just tell people that you're improving, and you could just play it up like you're a rock star.
Listen, if there's
you only improv at night.
If there's anything I don't want to do it right now, Joel, I say, "Oh God, I'm recording."
So sorry, guys.
I have to record.
So sometimes I tell the kids I'm recording just so that I can stream things in high quality.
I'll never tell.
Shh.
I'll never tell.
YouTube, be quiet about that. Shh. Don't tell them.
To be surprising. In like, you know, we're one thing I think that Roland does extraordinarily well is ground the vampires in a sense of reality. They're doing absurd things, but it's our job to turn up and make it feel like it's realistic. And we're saying insane things, but we have to ground it in reality. And so I think you might get more of a sense of what it's actually like as opposed to what you think it might be like.
Very artfully said.
Now, for all of you, as a fan of this show, I have seen firsthand how especially the queer community has rallied around it. This fan base is just rabid for it.
I mean, when Lestat attacks a homophobe in the balcony in season 2, like,
oh, delicious!
It's hard for the community not to adopt this one as for
us as a pro show.
Yeah.
Curious, did you anticipate that it would become so beloved within that community, and what does that mean to you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it means a lot. It means everything. It's what this story is. It's what the show we're making is. Yeah. It's a love story, and yeah.
I think we'd be doing something very wrong if it wasn't supported, and we'd be very concerned. If it wasn't, as loved as it is by the community. So it's a great relief to all of us.
Yeah, you'd be doing something wrong if it wasn't. There'd be something wrong with the representation. It wouldn't feel real or right,
Look, as far as the 94 film ran from the homosexuality of the story, it still is beloved by the community, I think, largely because it's a sexy ass movie and all of the 3 male leads are hot as hell in that movie. So like
gorgeous.
The sexuality and the sensuality is inherent in the text, even when you have, especially Brad and Tom were running from
Don't
it.
look at me.
Both of them, they're agents.
Don't make eye contact.
Agents especially, they were like, guys, remember, you need to go and make out in public with a woman immediately after. Like take a date to the events or whatever. Anyway, even in that circumstance, the nature of the text shone through. And I think that's true here.
Yeah.
I'm thinking it's not really there in Queen of the Damned, I would say, but that's because it is so straight.
Yeah.
That movie, go back and watch. That's one of my biggest problems with that movie,
well,
honestly.
Louis not even in it.
He's the only rock star. No, yes, exactly. Louis not even in it. Marius's role is just a father figure, no sexy mentor, right?
Yeah, no, it's not there at all. And it's and the whole, it's all shot through a very heterosexual lens, setting him up as having a relationship with Jesse and
it's a room full of groupies everywhere, and all the groupies are women.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, man. You look at the crowd shots already from the little bit we've seen from season 3, and you already see the difference between how they presented Lestat in that film and how they presented Lestat here.
For sure.
Yeah, they're doing it right. They're doing it right.
I get very choked up about it. And even just coming here.
First of all, Rollins the only gay man on the stage there, we should notice. So he's the only member of the community, not the only ally, obviously, but the only member.
Seeing the people that even as we're walking from interview to interview, like waiting to get a picture or something like that. It's very, the whole thing is really, was very surprising. And I when we're sitting in the throes of, we're just working really, really hard, and you forget that, and then you come to a place like this, and it's a lot to take in. It's really lovely. It's
beautiful.
We knew who we wanted to love it. We didn't count on it. We didn't assume we were going to get it. And when we got the affection back, it's, as everybody here has said, it's incredibly meaningful.
It's interesting the way that he phrased that, and I want to give Mark some credit here, where credit is due. We make a lot of fun of Mark Johnson because he says silly things on a regular basis,
or nothing. He's just there, like fucking doing his email or something.
Well, and every now and again, he makes it pretty clear he has not read these books, or not read most of them anyway.
Right.
But that sounds to me like an answer to something that we have wondered about and pondered about in the past. Why are these shows so different? Feels like Mark is building himself a catalog here, right? With the IP. He's got this IP that is widespread. It's got a lot of things going on in it. And he aimed a show at an actual adaptation with queer themes, with themes of people of color and marginalized communities, with the themes of the other. And then he also aimed for a very straight mainstream show about witches.
Yeah.
And I don't think he hit the mark with that one nearly as well as he did with this first one.
Well, I'd be interested to know
like,
what audience he was looking.
I mean, I think he did it on purpose, is my point.
Oh, well, I would be interested to know what their target audience was for Mayfair.
I think it's Supernatural's audience.
I mean,
and I think it's
well, if that's
the
the
Vampire
case,
Diaries
good
audience.
job, I guess.
And I think it's the True Blood audience, right? It is, and I think genuinely they wanted a more dumbed down, and that sounds so diminutive, and I don't exactly mean that, but
watered down.
Yes, Mayfair is not reaching for the same high themes and ideas that Interview has so far.
Yeah.
It's just not striving for that at all. And they have not hit it. So good on you for not aiming for it, I suppose. Anyway, kudos to Mark Johnson. He's had so much success in Hollywood. It can't all be accidental.
No.
So I'm looking for the genius and the maestro there somewhere.
Well, and this is this kind of statement is what you want from an executive producer too. Like, no, we made this with intention. We made this with the audience in mind on a lot of different levels. And that's,
and that he didn't count his chickens before they hatched.
No,
like.
doesn't I assume because these vampires are gay on the page that every gay is going to love this,
All you gays are going to love this. Most of us do.
It's pretty.
Well, and I think that's what a weekend like this is all about. So lastly, what are you most excited about in finally getting to have this moment on stage? Tomorrow's the big panel with all of your fans. I've been to your panel every year that you've done one, and it is always the rowdiest one I go to. These fans are so excited to see you. What are you excited to get to show with them, and what does it mean to you to get to connect with them hands-on like that?
I tell you one thing I'm excited about. Tomorrow, I don't know if we can, but you're going to see a little tease of the show. And we actually have not been shooting very long. And it's kind of astonishing to see how much variety and how crazy the season is when we really have been shooting just under a month. About a month.
I feel like we just started.
Yeah. So it's like, I think that's something to keep in mind when you watch the stuff tomorrow. Like it's...
we're showing not even all of the bits from like the first fifth of what we're shooting, because there was a cutoff date, but we were literally anything we had shot day before was jamming it into. This is really one of these things that we sort of really pulled out together. You're seeing you're getting cast announcements tomorrow, and you're getting a little taste of Daniel Hart's music. There's a lot. There's a poo-poo platter coming your way tomorrow.
I've never understood. Maybe it's because I'm British. I've never understood poo-poo platter.
I've never heard it in my life.
It's nothing to do with poo.
It sounds like the most disgusting.
Literally, it sounds like a flattering crap.
They're both offended.
Yeah, it's just. It's just,
sorry. That
an
was
assortment.
Like an intrusive.
The Australian and the Brit
are like, what the
I don't
fuck?
Get that.
What in the American Chinese restaurant are we talking about?
Ashley, I'm not a big fan of Chinese food. What is a poo-poo platter for those of us in the audience that don't understand?
It's an assortment of appetizers.
There you go. P-U-P-U is the way that it's spelled, apparently.
Assortment of appetizers. It's going to have some... You're going to have...
Not a duty platter.
No. Okay. It maybe depends on the restaurant, but...
Your poo-poo platter might be duty, but that just means that it's not a good Chinese restaurant is the point.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay.
I had no idea what you were saying. I've never heard of a poo-poo platter.
Eric's so embarrassed in the two of them. He's like, boys, this is inside. We'll talk about this afterwards.
Right.
You're on camera, gentlemen.
A little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit.
Smorgasbord.
Yeah,
Yeah, like an appetizer sampler.
Appetizer sampler. That's
that's my very American. I eat at Chili's.
That's
what do you seltzer? Like apple seltzer? Isn't that an American?
Apple cider?
No, seltzer. What's an Aperol seltzer?
It's
like American
busy. It's like busy water.
Aperol.
Isn't it?
Aperol spritz? Is that what he's trying to say? Yeah.
They've gotten off track.
This group of people can even just get to the car afterwards. Let's put together a television show.
The reason why they're capable of it, Ashley, is because there's stage managers that are not currently on this set.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, that's why.
Oh no, they're there. They're just at the edges.
Yeah, they're off camera,
telling them, "Wrap it up, motherfuckers. We gotta be on a
5
schedule,
minutes, motherfucker. We gotta get in the car.
We got another interview down the road, and someone needs to shave."
Well, I wish you all luck on your panel with all of the apple seltzer and poo-poo platters that you could hope for. So thank you so much for chatting.
Thank you.
That was a good interview. Absolutely.
Yeah.
All of them have been. Honestly, I don't know why I would be surprised.
Yeah, they've. I will say they are starting to get a little repetitive because they are asking all the same fucking questions. But I know that that's going to happen, and some people are finding kind of interesting twists on the questions and new ways to ask them. So I appreciate it when that happens.
the next time you and I react to a video together, it is going to be of the Talamasca cast, and it is one that I'm excited to get to react to because it is coloring with the cast. They're sitting around coloring things and talking about the show. One imagines.
I love
it's a
it.
very interesting idea, but that's exactly what I thought. I was like, well, that'll be a different take and kind of get people off kilter.
When I worked at Disney, I spent a lot of time coloring with Piglet.
That is an adorable idea.
Me and Piglet would hang out at the Grand Floridian and color pictures with kids that were waiting to go inside to go to dinner.
When I took my kids to Animal Kingdom a couple of years ago, we went and did the animation experience or whatever.
Oh,
where they
yeah.
teach you how to draw a thing. And we drew the pig from Moana, I think is what that was. But they were all so every single one of them was so good. Everybody did an excellent little drawing at the end of it, and it was so rewarding. Anyway, there you go. There's my Disney plug for the day. And that's our San Diego Comic-Con reaction. Thanks everybody for watching this.
Variety.
Stay subscribed to the channel to get all of the things that we do.
Our poo-poo platter.
Anne Rice's Immortal. Our poo-poo platter.
Our poo-poo platter of Anne Rice stuff.
And we've got a lot of it coming for you too, including week-to-week coverage of the Talamasca, The Secret Order, starting on October 26th. All right, we'll be back soon. Until then, we have been your hosts. I'm Joel.
I'm Ashley.
And we are the Articulate Coven.